Hi everyone, James here. This is part 3 of the 1/35th scale Jungle Diorama, and we're moving on to the painting of the Japanese figures, and my paint supplies arrived today, and I'm going to prime base coat them with the Army Painter, and that is the primer Desert Yellow for the base coat. That will also act as the uniform colour as well. To build up some thin light coats as it does apply quite thickly. Okay, so now 4 of the figures have now been painted in the Desert Yellow by Army Painter. Just leave that for a few more hours to harden off, and then start putting down the main block colours for the flesh tone and equipment, the weaponry, the helmets. Next, for the Japanese soldiers, the painting guide, I'm going to use the Andrea colour. That's the flesh paint set, and I'm using the first base for the main flesh tone. And again, I'm applying the first base tone fairly lightly and quite wet, as I'm going to put 2 coats on. The first layer of the first base coat has been applied to all 4 Japanese soldiers. I'm going to leave that to dry for about half an hour, then come back and apply the last and second base coat. Now that the base coat skin tone has now dried, it's had 2 layers, I'm going to apply the first light shade to his nose, the chin, the edge of his ears, his cheekbones, and a bit around the neck. Also paint the highlights in one direction with your paintbrush, otherwise you'll get brush strokes which you don't want. It wants to be smooth. Now the first light tone has been applied to the nose, the cheeks, the outer ear, the chin, around his throat. The second light is now going to be highlighted just on the top of his nose, again on the outer ears, and around the sort of top of the chin. That's where the light will shine and penetrate more, is the more pronounced higher areas. I'm going to apply now. Okay, so the last tonal shading, if you like, is going to be the first shadow. That's where his cheeks crease. That's where the less light is going to show, something more darker. Same under his bottom lip, the in ears. So far that is the base layer of the uniform, as well as primer, the face and hands, shadow tonal effects applied. Next is going to be adding more uniform colour, equipment and weaponry. Now we have the flesh painted and tonal variations added, and also the first layer for the uniforms. Now I'm going to use the model colour below a US field drab for the helmets, and again keeping the paint fairly wet, as you don't want to see the brush marks. The first coat applied, I will now let this dry and then maybe apply 2 more coats. Okay, the next colour for the Japanese soldiers is going to be for the weapon straps and backpacks, and that is the Vallejo German camouflage beige World War II. And again, keeping your paint fairly wet so it's thin and it won't leave brush marks. The helmets did have the 3 coats instead of the initial 4 that I thought it would, and then the backpacks are going to have a second and last coat. So the next colour is going to be the brown violet by Vallejo, and that is going to be used for the water bottle, mist tin and puttees / leg straps. next paint step and colour is the Citadel Doomboard Brown, and that is used for the boots, the leather nut cases, the ammo pouches, and again thinning your paint down so you won't lose all the detail. Okay, now moving on to the highlights, I'm using the Vallejo Iraqi sand for highlighting the uniform. Now onto the soldier, I'm going to highlight with the Iraqi sand the raised areas of his uniform. Next, for the highlighting, I'm using the Citadel, the white, and the German camouflage beige for highlighting the backpacks. The next highlight colour is the Tusker Fur for the leather work. light highlighting. I'm going to use the Citadel Nurgling Green for the leg straps to highlight the raised areas.